We all don't come from privilege. Learn to live within your means.
Okay.
Learn to live within your means.
Their country is being ruled by a female person. Don't you think the place of a woman is in?
I don't believe in gender equality as in like what a man can do, a woman can do. But I don't also think that like a woman's place is just in the kitchen. Women can do so much more. Even sometimes constantly have to bring yourself back. You have to remind yourself of who you are and what you
What's one uncomfortable truth you will tell them?
First of all, listen to us. Us that you need to listen to us.
Okay.
Lazy, we're not entitled, and we are not disrespectful just because we're speaking up against you or the things that you're doing.
Okay.
Listen to us and give us the opportunities that
Which African country that you have met in India would you not want to think of dating them? And why?
I don't base my interests or my preferences on countries.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Afri Stories, where Africans tell their stories here in India. Today we have a special guest from Namibia, the Namibian country with the ruler is a female and she's doing incredible job. So first of all, what's your name?
My name is Elina Mukoto.
Okay, Elina Mukoto. You hear how
Mukoto.
Oh my God! You hear how?
Please get it right. So
Yeah, I'm trying to get it right. So you hear how Namibians talk when they talk like it's just a different type of vibe. So first of all, your country is being ruled by a female president. Don't you think the place of a woman is in the kitchen?
I don't believe in gender equality as in like what a man can do, a woman can do. But I don't also think that like a woman's place is just in the kitchen. Women can do so much more, even sometimes more than what men can do.
All right. Are you ready to go for war?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So this is just sarcasm. She's doing an incredible job. Kudos to the Namibian president who just recently paid up a huge amount of debt in millions of dollars where Namibia was owing, and it's really incredible. So now, I want to ask you this question: do you ever feel like Namibia is forgotten or underrated compared to other African countries, even by other Africans?
I think so. Like, because we're a small nation, people think we're not doing anything. Yeah, we're generally underrated, but we are much more than that.
Okay, so tell me one nice thing about Namibian people.
One nice thing.
Yeah.
I think we are the nicest kind of people that you would find around. We are very calm.
Okay.
We are collected and very respectful. Yeah.
Very respectful. So how does it feel when people in India don't even know where Namibia is or confuse it with Nigeria or Kenya? Because there's a scenario where every country you go to, like when you're black in India, every Indian calls you Nigerian. How do you feel about that?
Sometimes it can be like a bit offensive, like, okay, but then it's also sort of a teaching moment. Like it becomes interesting when like you can then start talking about your country, and it's also understandable considering that like we're a small country. So
Okay. That's very right. So I will take this opportunity to tell India that Africa has 54 countries and not everybody is from Nigeria. I know Nigeria is one of the most popular African countries. Yeah. So be honest, do you feel more respected here in India or in Namibia?
okay, generally speaking, I think I would say I feel more respected in Namibia, but
Okay.
yeah.
You feel more respected in Namibia.
Yes.
So like
I think it's also just depends on what you do here and also where you find yourself. So the situation or the community is different. So obviously, yes, I do get respect here,
yeah,
but it's not the same as compared to
when you're back home.
yes.
All right. Like has India changed the way you see the African culture, like for better or for worse?
I think it's actually for better because back home we don't because the fact that Namibia is such a small country, we don't really experience other people like this. So for me, it's been eye opening. Like I get to learn about all the different kinds of people and everything that they have to offer to the world.
All right.
So I would say it's been a very positive thing.
All right. Let's talk real talk. We're getting to social life and relationships. Yeah, this is what many people love to hear about. They love to hear these things. Okay. So now my first question for you is, let's talk real. Are Namibian girls too reserved compared to other African women in India?
I think so. compared to everyone else, we are very resolved. We are calm and maybe a bit shy here and there.
Well,
Most of
big
us
shot.
here.
But now I did a survey about Namibian girls before coming to this podcast today. They said Namibian girls are very proud. Like 80% of the survey came out like Namibian girls are very proud. They feel themselves in India. What do you have to say about that? Maybe people don't just misunderstand you people.
No, we are very proud. I mean, have you met me?
So I mean that you guys are very proud.
Yes, we are proud of who we are. We are proud of where we come from. Like, yes.
So the pride is normal.
Yes, it's a thing in Namibia. We Namibians, we have a lot of pride.
Okay. So what's the biggest stereotype people have about Namibian women that you hate hearing?
Stereotype that I've heard is Namibian women drink a lot.
Do you drink a lot though?
No,
Are you sure?
no, we don't drink a lot. And just normal level now.
She's saying just normal level. Okay, so Namibian women don't drink a lot.
No, it's a stereotype.
Are you really sure?
Yeah, I am sure we don't drink a lot. Is this maybe other countries just generally drink less than us? I mean, we are the land of the brave.
Land of the brave. That's a powerful statement to say. You know.
That's what we are called, land of the brave.
Okay, so now I like to ask this question. You're in India, so would you love to date an Indian guy? Why or why not?
I feel like when it comes to dating, it's not really based upon like nationality or anything. It's just preferences and the connection. Me personally, I don't know. I don't think I would.
Why?
Because at the end of the day, like there's just so many cultural differences that would just collide, and getting past those things, not just getting past those things with your partner, but it's also getting past those things with their friends, their family. So like it's too much of a burden.
Yeah, but here in India, I think a lot of Tanzanian girls date Indians. If that's new information to you,
It is.
a lot of Tanzanian girls date Indians. Even me, I just got to discover about it a few weeks back. So, how do you think they're surviving?
I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. I don't personally know like Tanzanian girls like that, but perhaps there's some sort of connection that they have to whether it's their culture or religion or something. I don't know, but maybe there's some sort of connection there that sort of allows them to connect in that way.
Yeah.
As opposed to me personally.
Okay. So now this question: if you could change one thing about Africans, one thing about how Africans treat each other here in India, what would it be?
It's how they are constantly in competition with each other. We are Africans. We should unite. Should be a community. We're not here to like compete with who or to see who's doing better than who. Lift each other up.
Exactly. So you feel like many Africans here don't want to lift many people like each other up. They're in competition. Like, which country do you think is most in competition with each other?
Really, when it comes to countries, like I can't generalize. I can't stereotype according to like a specific nation or anything.
All right.
Because it's not really, it doesn't really come down to like a specific country. It's it's individuals, like it's specific people. So like I can't be like, no, Namibians look down on who. No, sometimes you find one Namibian that's doing that, but then the rest are not. So I can't really say it's a whole nation. No.
All right. So now you have met people from other countries in India, right? So what do you think they do different than Namibian men don't do? What do you think they do different than Namibian men don't do?
In terms of what?
Like in relationships.
Well,
I know that's a tough question, but just be honest about it.
okay, what do men from other countries do that Namibian men don't do?
Yeah.
I think, okay, I can't really say that like there's something that Namibian men don't, because the first thing that you need to understand is that Namibian men are also different. We have a lot of different cultures in Namibia. So like one thing that a specific culture in Namibia wouldn't do, another one would. So it always depends. Sometimes some men in Namibia are typical, and then you'll meet another man from another country in here, and they're not typical like that. Or like Namibian men are not romantic, and from other countries they're more romantic. But
look, you have met other countries in India, right? Which country do you think they are more romantic? To be honest.
I wouldn't know because it's not like I've dated men from every country. So like I don't know.
Okay, the ones you have been with, which country do you think they're more romantic? Which one do you think they're more romantic?
I really don't know. Okay, let me say I've not seen romance like that. I've not experienced romance at its peak, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll go here. Honest. I won't judge you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to the self-reflection and legacy. Yeah, you guys should learn about self-reflection and legacy. So the first question I will ask you is, what's the hardest thing about staying true to your Namibian identity while living in India?
The fact that like you are interacting with so many people from different cultures and everything, it's very easy to lose yourself. It's very easy to lose your identity as a Namibian. So like
Okay.
each and every time you constantly have to bring yourself back. You have to remind yourself of who you are and what you are here for.
So you're saying like other countries are they can easily dominate over what you have been in the past years or what?
It's not like other countries. It's just like even I don't like basing things on like nationalities. It's just basically like it depends on where you, the kind of people, like the individuals that you interact with. Sometimes you may lose yourself like to a certain group of people that are all from a different country.
Yeah.
But like the main factor is that like at the end of the day, you might lose your identity as who you are. You lose yourself, and the thing is you need to remind yourself every time that like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I am, and this is what I stand for.
Okay, so I want to ask you this question. You came from Namibia to India. You have been here. What do you think is changing in you that you feel like, no, I need to go back to my roots?
Ooh, what is changing in me? Oh, like so you mean like the negative things that
No, like just in general, like something you feel like you're living out that you really brought from home, like from your roots.
I'm living out? Actually, I don't think there's really anything because I don't necessarily regret all my experiences here. Like,
Yeah.
it's all been a teaching moment, some bad, some good, but like it has helped me grow.
Yeah.
It helped me grow. So like there's nothing I would actually want to embrace. Everything that I have become here, I'll embrace it and I'll take it back home. Not to become everything that there is, but like I would use it back home in situations that I find myself in. So
Okay. You did say you take everything you've embraced right here and you take it back home, and you also teach people your experiences, because when many people just stay back home, like back home in the continent of Africa, they don't really get to know like what other continents or what other countries offer. So now I want to ask you, when you go back home, do you think people will see you as too Indian or too Western?
probably in the beginning they would feel like, yeah, I've changed here and there, but like change is good and it's supposed to happen and it comes with traveling. So
Yeah.
but then after a while I feel like I would still be the person that I've always been. So
Okay. Yeah, that's very nice.
but then I'll probably not be too Indian. I'll just be
Too Western.
not even Western. It's just too
You stick to your roots.
no. It's just African. I'll no longer be just a Namibian. I'll be an African.
Oh,
Because then I've experienced
okay.
all kinds of different African cultures and people, and yeah.
Okay. So now, if the next Namibian president was listening to you right now, what's one uncomfortable truth you would tell them about your generation?
First of all, listen to us. Us as the youth, you need to listen to us.
Okay.
We are not lazy. We are not entitled. And we are not disrespectful just because we are speaking up against you or
Okay.
we are speaking up against the things that you're doing.
Okay.
Listen to us and give us the opportunities that we are asking for.
Okay. So now I want to ask you this other question. So now you're been in India. Do you think relationship wise, let's talk about more depth in relationship things. Okay. So do you think African men in India are serious with ladies?
No, boy, honestly, because I feel like some of the men when they come here,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about boys. I'm
Okay.
talking about men.
Okay.
So
What is the difference?
what is the difference between a man and a boy?
Yeah. What's the difference between a man and a boy?
I don't even know how to put it, but like like you just know. But like my okay, it's not even just about being married and whatnot. A boy is still someone who's still growing. They still don't even know. They're still figuring themselves out. But like a man already has it figured out. Like he knows what he wants. He knows what he's looking for and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like let's say you do find a man here and you get into a relationship with him. Most of the time he's not really serious because maybe he already has a wife back home,
Okay.
or he feels like in as much as he loves you and he wants something serious with you, you are from South Africa
Okay.
and he's from North Africa.
Yeah.
Once you go back home, once you're done with your studies, then what? So they're like, okay. So then people constantly develop this mindset that I'm just doing this for while I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
But like there are times when you do find someone who's like willing to go the extra mile, like you know what? Even after you're done with the studies,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find you. Like I'm coming for you. Like yeah, if I'm from Egypt and you're from Namibia, I'll travel all the way and I'll come find you.
Okay. Now, which African country that you have met in India would you not want to even think of dating them? And what?
Um, I don't have like specific countries. Like I don't base my interests or my preferences on countries. I base them on individuality, like the person themselves.
Your personality.
Because I can't just say no. I'm not gonna date someone from Zimbabwe because
Why is Zimbabwe? If that's the first country that came out from my mouth, eh?
it was the first country because it's the closest one to my country. Not that like it's the one that I'm choosing that I wouldn't date.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like I don't base my preferences on nationality. I base it on the individuality. So like if I meet, let's say, certain someone and they have certain qualities and I already know, okay, when I meet this person and this is their qualities, then
Yeah.
it's not for me.
Okay, if it's a match for you, like you go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
What is that?
I would say, okay, you just did mention that if you meet a guy that goes with like have some certain qualities that you want, you can date them despite the country they're coming from. Yeah. All right. So now this so now this question, why do you think many relationships don't last long here in India? Oh, and the second question is, why do you think uh many Africans fall out in India
Fallout.
in terms of like when they come they lose focus and stuff like that?
First of all, you lose yourself. That's one thing I've already said. It's very easy to lose yourself.
Okay.
We all come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different upbringing, the way that you were brought up back home. And then you come and meet someone here, they're brought up in a different way. So like you sometimes it's very easy for you to lose yourself. And then also other times it's a thing of you came from home where you are not allowed to do certain things.
Okay.
So now when you came here, you have all of this freedom and you don't know what to do with that freedom. So like it takes control.
They just go mad.
Yeah, it takes over your mind and then you don't even know what to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's how it's easy. And another thing why it's also easy for people to lose focus here, for example, even students, you come here and yeah, you came here for studies, right?
Yeah.
But in as much as you're here for studying, you need a balance. You need yes, you came for studies, but then you also need to enjoy your life. You need to live your life.
Yeah.
But then some people now in that balance of studying and living your lives,
Yeah.
they lose that balance and then they forget what they're here for.
Okay. So now you've been in India for a while. Do you think Indians are racist generally?
not necessarily racist. It's just, I think,
So Indians are not racist.
Okay, to a certain extent it is, but then sometimes it's also due to being uninformed,
Okay.
unaware.
Yeah.
For example, sometimes when you find Indians that think all Africans are from Nigeria.
Yeah.
See, it's not because that's what they want to think, but sometimes you look at their education system, how they are taught. Back in Africa, in schools, we were taught about African law, international law, and all of that. We know that, like, there's Asia, and in Asia we have China, we have Japan, we have this.
Yeah.
In Indian school, they don't necessarily have like, what are they doing with African executives? So that's why they all think that, like, Africa is one big country.
No.
You'll find someone from India and they're like, oh, I have this friend from Kenya. Do you know them? That time I'm from them. Like, so you see,
Yeah.
so it's not necessarily, sometimes it's being racist, but like, and also being ignorant. They don't take time to, like, we take time to learn, like, oh, okay, no, they are Indians, they are Japanese, they are Nepalians,
Yeah.
we take time. But then for them, they're so ignorant that they also do not take their time to, like, learn.
Okay. So now there was in my on my Instagram page, Afri Daisy Stories. You guys should go follow the page. Afri Daisy Stories. We're all social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you can find X or whatever. We are all on this social media platform. So there was a question I received. I want to hear your honest opinion. There is many girls that come here to India. Some of them are very young, right? So at the end of the day, they get to be intimidated by some of these guys. I don't want to call the country. Maybe you know it. You get so, and they don't have a life of themselves anymore. Like they're just like stories. Like whatever the guy says, they has to go like that. What is your advice about this type of thing?
One thing that I know is, okay, in the situation that I think that you are trying to refer to,
Yeah.
let's say it's then a small girl, she meets this guy, like, oh, maybe it's a 17-year-old girl, she meets a 30-year-old guy. So obviously in that situation, it's very easy for the 30-year-old guy to manipulate her and whatnot. But like sometimes students find themselves, or like, yeah, these kids find themselves in this situation because either they're having financial strains. So like this guy, then she meets this guy and he's taking care of her.
Yeah.
So now if this guy's taking care of you like this, she no longer, she loses that power to speak up for herself. So she's like, if I tell him no like this, or if I say this, where am I gonna eat from? So no offense. But then one thing that I can say is, when you do come here, in as much as we all don't come from privilege,
Yeah.
I acknowledge that we all don't come from privilege, but like, learn to live within your means.
Okay.
Learn to live within your means. Don't compare your life to other people's lives. Don't compare your life and don't project your life on others. Just because you saw Elena, she's living every other weekend, she's doing this, or she's going out,
Yeah.
you also want to do the same. But then that time, maybe Elena is a daddy's princess. She's receiving everything from her.
With that is the minister.
No. But then now you know that, like, your parents, they really worked hard to send you here.
Yeah.
And they're really trying that. They're sending you the little that they have.
Yeah.
But then now you want to live a whole different life.
Okay.
And then now it ends up putting you in this different situation. So then you have to do.
Let's talk about this topic that is also very controversial. All right. So, here in India, there are lots of students and non-students who do what they call a shower walk, right? From almost all African countries, right? So what do you think can be done? And this has caused a lot of Africans to lose a lot of respect. What do you think can be done to remedy this situation?
I think what can be done is, the thing is, we need, like, especially the people in power, especially from the African country,
Yeah.
they need to somehow enter into agreements with the Indian government, to allow students to be able to work. You see, like right now, a lot of students, when they come to India, yes, we are here on a student visa, so we can't work. But it would have made life so much easier if students could just get
Yeah, that's
work here and there.
that's a very valid point you made there.
Exactly. So now you come here, and even if I want an internship, I need to pay the company to work for them.
Yeah.
Because now they are not going to pay me for my skills that I'm giving to the company. No, I'm paying them for the experience.
Okay.
There's a problem. But like, if students had the opportunity to work, to have like a part-time job here and there,
Yeah.
get a job, it will be so much easier for them. But like, now the fact that like there aren't those opportunities, it's not easy for you to get a job like that. So then students and ladies, they turn to this odd hustles. And like, yeah, I know that there are other side hustles that you could do, but like, they're not always so lucrative, and the market it's tight. So like, yeah, you're selling food, 10 other people are also selling food. So like, what is making your food so special? So it's not easy. So like, if the Indian government could actually make a provision for students to somehow just
have like something doing for themselves,
exactly,
it will be much better.
It would be much easier. It would.
Yeah. So this is coming to the next question I really wanted to ask you. Like, so right now, what do you think most Africans can do in India to better off their lives? And even before I come to this question, so do you think these students that come and get into these odd jobs, right? These odd side hustles that you talked about, is it like their parents back home are not capable of taking care of them in India, or they are just uncontented with what they have?
Some of them, they're just they're not content with where they are, and they don't know how to live within their means.
Okay.
And then some of them, they are genuinely struggling. Even if they are trying to live within their means, it's hard. It's not easy. In as much as, yes, you want to live within your means, but like, as a normal human being, you have basic needs, you have things that you need to do.
Yeah.
So like, I can't always just, yes, my parents just send me enough money for rent, electricity,
groceries,
and food. But then sometimes my shoes are old. I need a new shoe.
Yeah.
My clothes, winter is coming. I need new. I can't be wearing the clothes that I've been wearing from first year. And sometimes, in as much as, yes, our parents want to provide for these things, sometimes they really cannot. So like, then students find themselves in this thing that like, I need to hustle as well. And as you come here, you also grow.
Yeah.
You won't always constantly want to depend on your parents. You are just waiting for your parents' next paycheck. You want to find a way that, like, okay, no, I also know that my parents are taking care of other things at home.
Yeah.
So then how can I ease their burden? And then they're like, okay.
So now, do you think the Namibia embassy in India is doing the job they're supposed to do? Just be honest, like, do you think they're doing the job they're supposed to do?
Yes, the Namibian embassy to our Namibian students, they are very helpful. Actually, they really are. If you call out, if you are stuck somewhere or you need something and you call out for them,
Yeah.
they will be there. Even the ambassador himself, he will show up. They are really helping.